My name's John Cheney, and I'm the founder and CEO of Workbooks CRM. We work with hundreds of organisations to help them improve their sales and marketing execution. And one of the common questions I get asked is, how much should a marketing budget be? Well, that's a pretty difficult question to answer, but the reality is, over time and with some effort, you can begin to measure some metrics that will give you some insight to that. The first thing I would start with is looking at what is the cost of your customer acquisition. If you've already got customers, you can look back and work out how much have you spent on marketing and sales to win those individual clients. If you implement the right kind of technology, moving forward, you can accurately measure how much marketing you do, what it costs, and which marketing really works. And that will give you insight into what does it cost me to acquire the average customer. The second thing you need to know is, what's the average value of that client? So on average, do your customers spend £100,000 with you a year, £10,000, whatever the number is? If you can work out what the average spend is and the average cost of acquiring that customer is, you can begin to figure out how much money you need to invest in order to generate those revenues. And then the last thing you probably want to look at is, what's the lifetime value of that client? So if your average customer spends £10,000 a year with you, and they stay with you for 10 years, you know that the average life of that customer, or the average value of that customer, will be £100,000. And therefore, you really don't mind spending £5,000 winning that new client, because they're going to generate £95,000 worth of margin over the life of their customer experience with you. So whilst when you first start a business and you first start doing marketing activity, it's very difficult to assess what the right level of marketing spend would be. Some metrics would say, a third of your sales and marketing investment should be on direct marketing activities. But I would tend to, once you've got the metrics in place, understand what does it cost you to acquire a customer, what's the value of that customer, and what's the value they'll deliver over the long term. That will allow you to dial up or dial down your marketing investment as you need to.